Hello.
Battery 30%.
Hi, Jessica.
Connected to Jessica's MacBook Pro. Jessica's MacBook Pro is connected. Ready to connect.
Gosh, that took ages.
Me too.
I had to copy the link into my browser instead of just clicking on it straight away.
I think if you sign in with East of Eden, they got a very quick link.
Yeah, I got the link
right,
from
you
East
got
of
that.
Eden.
Yeah, I usually click on that.
That didn't
Sorry,
work.
sorry about that today. I don't know why it was problematic.
Yeah.
I did the link that I sent you. No, but it shouldn't have been any different. Shouldn't have been any different than normal. But normally, what I do is send the full invitation to register. So maybe it was a slightly different link or something.
Yeah, but it didn't work just by clicking on the link. I had to copy and paste the link
Oh, right.
into my internet before it would work.
Weird, because normally you can just click on the link and it will
Yes, yeah.
But I
Who
had to
knows?
I managed to click.
sign in and tick the robot box again. I don't understand why I have to register again and again.
because that's what you do.
Okay. Well,
The normal
every week, I don't think. Anyway.
Oh, I don't. I mean,
they're here now, so that's
kind of
good.
weird because none of us really know what is happening on the East of Eden side, do we? So,
Right.
No,
Yeah.
but I had a problem yesterday as well with another class.
Oh,
So, and that teacher thought that it was some security update on Zoom.
I see. Maybe
That
then.
it should be sorted out after the first time.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll find out on Monday then, won't we?
Yeah.
Cool. Apart from that, everybody's okay.
Yep.
Yeah, great.
But no, Tom. He's gone to register the Twingo.
Oh, well.
Or insurance. Sorry.
Cool. So we've been working with the strap. We're going to carry on with that because we're going to do add a new aspect to it today.
I don't have my strap today. I'm in Preston again.
I was going to say, you're in a new location.
Yeah, I'm visiting my daughter again.
So you can use a belt or a scarf or like a pair of tights or something, a tea towel, an oven glove. I like it. That might just be long enough. Have a go. See if it works. Might make you work quite hard then.
Yeah, no, I think it works.
Excellent. That's a first. always
Mother
this Zoom experience, isn't it? Cool. Hold on. So yeah, making sure you have a comfortable seat and you have the things you need nearby just in case. Just grabbing my water. I'm gonna mute you all now because, well, I know you, and we've been doing this for some time now. So I'm just going to make sure you can see me properly. There we go. And starting, as always, I get very distracted by seeing anything in the corner of the frame. So I usually have a bit of a tidy up before. Can you hear me okay? What's on my t-shirt? It's a band that I saw in Mallorca last year. Yes. And I bought their t-shirt and came back with loads of merchandise from bands. And it says, "Finest Girl Garage Punk." And they're called the Diabolics. That's awesome. Yeah, approved, Deb. Good. And I've been childminding this morning, so I am in, what you would call your civvies, right? Well, anyway, beginning with, and this is an interesting conversation I had yesterday. You can choose what brings you into the moment the best way. So one thing we do at Empowerment Project is try not to prescribe what your needs are, because perhaps closing your eyes is not the thing that centers you most. Perhaps focusing on your breath is not the thing that centers you most, or not the thing that enables you to come into that idea of presence awareness. So here are your options. You can close your eyes and turn your awareness inward by literally lowering the curtains on your observations of your external world, right? You can bring your awareness to your breath. And some people, that is just all they need to do, that first act of letting the exhalation go. You can also just feel how you're supported. So feeling the back of the chair or the floor underneath your feet or wherever you're able to rest on to feel steady. And know that there is a connection with the earth. Even if you're in like a 2-story building and not near what is technically land level at all, there is still, by your very essence on the surface of this planet, with your very existence on the surface of a planet, connection to the earth available, if that is the thing that really helps you. And then there's this idea that you can just orientate yourself. So you can say, I'm in this room. The walls are a dirty purple colour. It's late afternoon. It's Friday. Just telling yourself like simple things that you know. I am here. It's one of my favorite mantras to practice and to share, because for me it's really the simple stuff in a yoga class that is most effective and can be and sometimes gets bypassed. And that's what all of those practices are designed for, to be able to just focus on that idea of your existence in this moment. And that is all that matters. All that matters for now. So whatever you arrived with. And I like to also honour that, who knows what kind of day you've had or what the past week has been like, or, what you've got on your mind, or what kind of journey you've had, what kind of sleep you had last night, whether this is the first movement or the last movement of your day, all affects how you feel right now. So those combined actions bring you into this moment? And if you haven't already, I invite you to bring your awareness to your breath in this moment and notice the quality, the quantity of your breath. Begin to attune to the rhythm. And allow that whatever story you have that led you to this moment, allow that to perhaps influence how you move your body today. What kind of practice do you need? Do you need to do all the things and really work hard? Or do you need to be gentle with yourself and take it easy? And finally, please know that that might change once we get going. And that you might not know now. But as soon as you hear any instinctive influence from inside about what is going on for you, please pay close attention. The other thing I was talking about was that this practice is really a muscle that we build strength in. And so often it becomes something that you're aware of in hindsight. Like, oh, actually, I was really rushing to class. So when I got to class, I felt very unsettled. And what I should have, what I could have done, or what I will do next time, and this is obviously me, not you, is be more prepared or take 5 minutes beforehand to just calm myself before entering the room. So let's begin with that mantra and the finger action to go with it. So starting on the left hand, we're going to go from index finger to little finger, and then we're going to go little finger to index finger. And that is the inhalation for I am here now. And then the exhalation for I am here now. And then we'll go back the other way. So index finger to little finger. Now you don't have to repeat the mantra backwards. I am here now. Although I did have to just work out what it was backwards. I am here now. So left to right, right to left. Inhaling to the right, exhale, inhaling through the right, the left, exhaling through the right, inhaling through the right, exhaling through the left. I'll keep talking you through it then. So inhale left, I am here now. Exhale right, I am here now. Inhale right, I am here now. Exhale left, I am here now. Keep going. Inhale left, exhale right. Inhale right, exhale left. Feel free to ignore my instructions and breathe at your own rhythm. Inhale left, exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. I am here now. I am here now. I am here now. I am here now. And rubbing your fingers across your thumbs, wiggling your fingers, circling your wrists. And if you're not already, begin to bring yourself to the edge of the chair so you're sitting as tall as you can, and we have this full length to the spine, and that begins with just allowing full capacity of movement and breath, but also starts to change direction with the wrists, starts to become a muscle memory in that this is how we sit, perhaps. And also maintaining this length when we do certain things is, again, going to strengthen this position. Okay. Open your hands out and exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, open. Exhale, bend. Moving with your breath, so as if you were letting breath in by opening your arms and squeezing it out by closing. So aligning that movement with the breath. One more time. This time, as you touch your shoulders, lift your elbows and exhale. And inhale, take the elbows wide. Exhale, circle them round. One more time, and then changing direction. So inhale wide, exhale, take them back up and forwards and down. And then this time, as you take them down, release your hands and bring the backs of your hands together, and we're just going to make some big breaststroke movements. And you might rock backwards and forwards as you do this a little. It feels more like an authentic breaststroke. You might stay still and just let that action be really refined. Circling your wrists as your arms come behind you. So the circling and then the opening, and then changing direction, opening the arms wide and bringing the hands back. So we're just doing some more natural movements with these limbs. Next time your hands come back in, interlace them on your chest and pause. Come and bring your awareness to your breath. Perhaps noticing that breath underneath your hands. I've discovered that if I don't breathe properly and talk too much while I'm teaching, I end up yawning for half of the class. Next exhalation, turn your palms out and open up the wrists, stretching through the arms and perhaps pushing the hands away and dropping the chin to the chest. So letting the shoulder blades lift. And then reach those arms all the way up. As you inhale, press up through the palms of your hands. Exhale, take the arms down by your side. Inhale, float the arms all the way up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Resting your hands on your legs, turning your head to the left as you next exhale. Inhale to come through center. Exhale as you look to the other side. Inhale through center. Exhale. Inhale. Keep moving on your breath. Next time you come through center, pause. As you inhale, exhale, drop your ear towards your shoulder. So tilting the head to one side and then the other. Noticing where there's any tension or strain and just backing off and just letting that gentle movement slowly start to wake up the muscles and the joints of the neck. One more time to the right side, and then as you inhale, coming to center and dropping the chin to the chest. Lengthening the back of the neck as you exhale, and then inhale, lengthening through the front of the neck as you inhale. Looking upwards and then looking down and letting the shoulders stay nice and steady. So you can even like hug the elbows into your waist as you do this. That's just going to keep the shoulder blades integrated and might even deepen the sensation. Certainly I feel more opening or pulling on my chest as I inhale, and definitely get deeper into the back of my shoulder blades underneath them as I exhale. This time keep your chin looking down and circle the head around one way and the other. Stay looking at the floor and then roll your head up to the left, inhaling this time to the left, and then exhaling, lengthening the back of the neck as you come down to the center of the chest, and then inhaling up to the right. And you're just rolling 2 more times from side to side, taking it all the way round next time if you want. If it feels good. It doesn't always suit everybody. Sometimes it makes me a little dizzy. So just circling your head round in space. One way. And then next time you come through center, change direction. Back the other way. Good. And then coming to center and feeling like noticing, taking some time to just center your breath again, or doing whatever that action was that brought you back to this moment. And perhaps noticing what this upper part of your body feels like now as we've begun to move. And bringing the hands to the rib cage, leaning to one side, leaning to the other. So keeping your weight in your hips, like your rooted part of your body, deep underground. Roots reach way deep into the earth. And then your upper body is swaying in a gentle breeze in comparison. And then lift up away and open the back. So it's not so much the rounding of the shoulders. It's as you draw the elbows forwards, it's an opening of the back of the body. You could even bring your hands onto the back of your rib cage if that helps. Inhaling, leaning back into your hands. Exhaling, lifting into your hands. Yeah, that helps me to bring my hands behind me. So it's less about my waist. It's more about the back of my body. And I guess it works the same here. So here you're lifting the ribs and then you're pouring the ribs into your abdomen. This is less preference for me because I feel like the rolls of my belly gather in my hands, which I'm programmed by the patriarchy to have some problem with. So yeah, and then let's get all the way down into the left side, sliding the hand up the right side. Increase that space by teasing your hand along the muscles between the hips and the ribs, and then over to the right side, lengthening, breathing into where that hand is on your body. Coming back to center, and let's do that one more time. Reaching down to the left with the left hand, and then lifting the right side, maybe reaching the right arm up. Yeah. And then as you inhale, reach up higher and lift yourself back up and take it over, reaching the right hand down. And if it helps to give it that like extra lengthening action as you slide the hand up, but maybe it's just nice to stay open. Inhale, this time reach both hands up. Take your left hand to your right wrist and then pull your wrist over to the left. So if you're holding, yeah, that's it. If you're holding your right hand, you're leaning to the left. And breathing here. So we're just taking this a little bit deeper, working a little bit harder. If this is causing any pain or too much effort, then you back up and you just soften. Inhale back to center, changing sides. Taking your right hand to your left wrist and then leaning over to the left. And of course, pressing into the floor with your feet and your hips. Inhale, come back to center, rest your arms. Didn't expect to do so much arm stuff then. Lean all the way forwards now with your pelvis. So notice as you lean forwards, keep your spine long, shoulders out of the game. Like if your shoulders are trying to follow you forwards, just tell them this is not about you right now, all right? I talk to my body a bit like that. It's not about you right now. This is not your move. It's the pelvis. We're really feeling how we can hinge over the head of the thigh bones. And then inhaling and coming back and rocking all the way back. And maybe having your hands on your hips now. Feeling how the feet get light. And the body is open. Inhaling forward. And back, and then we're going to just do side to side because I feel like this is easy to exaggerate. So leaning to the left, actually lifting your right hip away from the chair. So all of your weight pours into your left side. And inhale, come back to center and leaning to the right. That is to say, your left leg gets light. Just have a go. See if you can lean to one side and actually lift the whole of the right leg away from the floor. And lean to the other side and lift the left leg away from the floor. And then lean forwards and try and lift your feet or legs away from the floor. And it's like really hard. Actually squeezing your foot underneath you is the way into that. And then leaning back and lifting your feet away from the floor. How's that? Much easier? Lift one knee and the other. Hold on to the chair. Lengthen your spine. Try, like, lean back on the chair if you need to, and then lift your knees and lower. And maybe you're just lifting 2 inches and lower. Suck your belly in, like actually like you've zipped up your tight jeans. And lower and come forwards and come back to sitting and just come into the knees. That was a lot of work to the hips and the abdomen. So we're just going to give that a little rest and come into the legs. So then squeezing and then extending. Lifting onto the heels and lowering. Next time, lifting onto the toes, lifting up with the toes, sorry, rolling onto the heels, lifting and lowering. And then taking the feet slightly wider, rolling up onto the toes, lift all of the other toes away from the floor apart from the big toe, and then lower them down as you take your knees apart, roll onto the outside edge of the foot, roll, lift the toes completely, roll onto the inside edge of the foot and come down. I mean, we've done this a few times, so you know that we are just rolling through the edges of the feet. And that is creating a gentle circular motion in the hips, waking up and warming up those joints and the muscles and the tendons. It's such a complicated area of the body. And then lifting the toes again and going back up to the little toe, rolling all those toes down one at a time if you can, rolling onto the ball of the big toe, down the inside and all the way around. That's it. Lovely. And then let's do our sun salutations. Finding Tadasana. Again, that mountain pose is all about that coming into this moment. So it's a mountain pose with the idea that you are standing in present space, which is the top of the mountain, and beneath you is everything that took place in order for you to be here now. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, open the arms. Exhale, forearms towards each other as you round. Inhale, open up. Exhale, bow forwards. Hover, take a breath, lift away from the floor. Keep your arms lifted. Exhale, slide down the legs. Releasing the head and neck. Inhale, slide up. Arch the back, so keep hinging forwards as you lift the chest. You lift the back of the head, the back of the heart. Draw the shoulders back. Exhale, bow forwards. Inhale, pick up your right leg. Exhale, press into your hands. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Hands on your knees. Frida, no. Exhale, roll back through the spine to start a cat-cow action. Inhale, arch the back, lift the chin. Exhale, roll back, draw the belly button towards the back of the chair. Everything leans back. Inhale, come forward. This time, bow forwards. Inhale, pick up the left leg. Exhale, press the leg into the hands like we do at the end, and it's where it brings you into traction in the spine, where you lengthen the back of the neck. Exhale, lower. One more time, cat-cow. Inhale, reach through the throat, reach through the chest. Exhale, sacrum rolls back. This starts with the pelvis. Inhale, come forwards. Exhale, bow forwards all the way down. Release the hands, release the head, release the neck. Sweep the hands back and inhale, sweep forwards and up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to cactus. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, bow forwards. Keep the arms floating in line with the head. Exhale, breathe here. Inhale. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, lift the head and the back of the heart. Stay hinging. Exhale, bow forwards. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale. Let the shoulders soften, pressing the leg into the hands. Take another breath and then exhale, lower. Hands to the knees, cat-cow. Arching the back, opening the throat, gaze upwards, and then exhale, rolling the spine back, gaze into your navel. Inhale, arching the back, and then exhale, bow that forwards. Inhale, pick up the left leg. Exhale, soften the shoulders, lengthen the spine. Exhale, lower. Inhale, arch the back and then fold forwards like you could roll your spine down over your legs. Sweep your arms back and inhale all the way up. Reach up above your head, gaze at your thumbs as you exhale, bring your hands down through center. Take a breath and lower. Inhale, last time, reach up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold forwards. Hover, float the arms as you breathe in. Exhale, slide down the legs. Inhale, slide up. Rolling up through the spine, arching the back. Exhale, bow forwards. Inhale, pick up the right leg. This time, if you're feeling more powerful, you might want to lift that foot. We're going to come back here later. Exhale, lower. Cat-cow in between. Exhale, rounding the spine. Inhale, coming forwards, opening the throat. Reach down through your left leg as you bow forwards. Inhale, pick up the leg. And exhale, perhaps lifting that heel to the height of the knee. Maybe bringing your leg to straight. See how that feels for you. Exhale, release that, bow forwards, sweep the arms back. And this time, perhaps take your hands behind your legs or your hands to the back of your legs. Whatever feels comfortable. And just coming here and breathing into the back of the body. Release your hands. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Oh, and coming it back to this present moment. This I am here now. I am here now. I am here now. I am here now. What my teacher calls empty presence. You are here with no agenda. There's no critic. There's no monkey mind. Just you and your body and your breath. Okay. We are going to do a short standing sequence, and we're going to do the stuff with the strap towards the end of the class. Although, I mean, we are towards the end of the class, but let's just come up to standing, come to the back of the chair. Do a little inhaling up onto tiptoes, squeezing your legs together. Exhaling, lowering. Lean back onto the heels, lift the toes. And while your toes are lifted, then lift back up to straight. So if you rocked back to lift your toes, see if you can lift up. Yeah, and then press down with your feet and come back up onto tiptoes. Take your left foot behind your right and then bring your right toes in front of your left. So you're in a tightrope position. Squeeze your legs together, lift up through your middle. So if you wobble, instead of worrying about wobbling, try and find that hugging into center. And then see if you can float your hands for a few seconds or tap. Change legs. Heel, left heel in front of right toes. Squeeze the legs together. Lift up through your lower belly, lift up through your chest, lift up all the way through the crown of your head. Float your hands for a few seconds. Good. Steady, I love it. Take your feet now to the opposite. So that was just to give you an idea. Like the closer your feet are, the more like narrow the space is between your thighs, the more you will wobble, the harder balancing becomes. The wider your feet, or the more in line with your hips, or your outer hips or inner hips your feet are, the steadier you can feel. This is a general rule. It might not apply to everyone. So coming down, looking at your feet, keeping them hips width apart, step your left foot back. Keep your left heel lifted, straighten your right leg, and then bend your right knee, exhaling. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Bow forwards, bringing all of the weight into your right foot and the chair. Step your left foot forwards. Back to standing, and then bend both knees. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Tracking your knees in line with your hips, in line with your ankles. Inhale, straighten. This time, bend your left knee, step your right foot back. Find that wide enough stance so that you can feel steady. If you go too wide, your hips won't be able to won't feel so balanced. You want to feel that balance in the pelvis without your feet being too close together. And then exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. It's working that standing action, bowing forwards, pouring your weight into your left foot and the chair, lifting your right foot, slowly stepping forwards. This time walking both feet back. And when you get to a point where you start to hinge at the hips, bend the knees and stick your bum right out so you can really lower the chest down towards the floor. Your head might come between your arms. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, lift up through the lower belly. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, straighten the legs. Just working the muscles in the lower back here, pressing into the chair with the hands. Inhale, come back up. Walking your feet slightly wider now. Turning your heels out and your toes in so your feet are parallel. Just going to turn to the side. And then start to hinge at the hips again. So keeping your legs super strong and straight. As you press through the outside edges, you might feel this happen to start to pull on your inner knee, the back of your hamstrings, folding forwards. Inhaling. Come back up, turn your heels in and then your toes in and your heels in, and then bend your knees one more time. If you feel steady there, inhale, reach up. Exhale, straighten the legs. Turning, coming back to sitting on your chair. Get hold of your strap or your oven glove, whatever you might have to hand. I mean, I think the picture of someone doing yoga with an oven glove is something that, you know, we should capture somehow. It should be viral. It's definitely, you know, one of those pictures from 2020, isn't it? Something you never thought you'd do. So loop the strap around your foot. I'm going to take the sequence we've been doing and add on to it. So holding the strap with both hands, flexing the foot. As you draw the strap towards you, you can be able to lift that foot in the air. Obviously, not going any further than is a place that is comfortable to you. So if you experience any discomfort, any twinging, any pain, any form of unpleasant experience at all, then, you know, you don't have to do this. And then taking the strap with your right hand, take a breath in. Exhale, open the foot out. Inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, keeping that leg as straight as you can. Inhale. Exhale. Pausing here this time, pressing into the strap. Open up your left arm. I know the leg is pretty heavy, right? Inhale, come to center. Take your left arm to meet your strap. Take your right arm behind you. And as you press into your right foot, let that into the strap with your right foot, lengthen through your torso, and as you exhale, revolve. Now this is what we're adding on. Taking inhale, come back to center. Exhale, bend the knee, and as you bend the knee, keep the foot at the same height as the knee. So we're actually coming into something called a half happy baby. So you're holding the strap with both hands. You're taking, I'm going to turn to the side so you can see better what I'm doing. Actually, I'm going to turn to this side so you can see better what I'm doing. You're bending the knee. You're staying tall and you're taking that knee up towards your armpit. Keep that heel lifted, keep the foot flexed. So you're going as far as feels good. You know, this is something that I'm very well practiced at. So I can take my knee quite far back, not as far as some pretzel ladies I know. And you might find even, like you can see my hand actually reaches my foot here. So if you have that, it's much more comfortable. I know. How are you doing? Anybody in agony? Good. You're all on mute, so I can't hear you moaning, cursing me. Then press your foot to straight and slowly soften the loop. Bend the knee again and lower down. Don't like that, Ma? No. Because it's painful? Okay, feedback welcome. Change legs. Starting just by walking your hands up the strap, lifting that foot. The strap is looped around the ball of your big toe and the little toe. At least, if not, it's just below there. That can be a painful place. Taking both hands with the strap. As you press into the strap, soften your shoulders and lengthen. Working your leg to straight if you can. Taking the strap with your left hand, exhale out to the side. Inhaling, coming to center, pressing into the right leg for stability, keeping a nice tall spine. And third time, we're going to stay there and breathe. Open out to the side. It might be helpful to actually loop the strap around your hand. This is why it's nice to have it already tied in a loop, because you can just hold onto it. As you press out through the left, open your right hand to the right, press down through your right foot, take a big breath here. As you exhale, press out through your hands and your feet. Inhale, come back to center. Change the grip on the strap, take your right hand to the strap, press your left foot forwards as you reach your left hand back, lengthening in the very center space between the two. And inhale, come back to center. Okay, so bending your knee now, draw your foot back towards you. So you might want to do this a couple of times. You might want to just bend and straighten. So your arms are going with your leg. The elbows come out. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bends, kind of like what we've just done standing. And pause, drawing your heel back, drawing your knee back, perhaps finding the edge of your foot. Either way, pressing into the strap as you take that knee to the outside edge of your shoulder, lengthening. So there's a big hip opener. And then inhale, straighten and release. It's actually quite hard work for my arms to do that. I don't know about you. Okay, discard your strap. And we're going to go straight onto the twist because we've done a lot of work on the legs already. So we're going to bring your feet together. Take your right knee with your hands. Cross your either over your right ankle or on your right knee. And then turn towards the right. So this is a version of a twist. It's a hip opener. See how this feels after that strap work. Maybe it's okay. Maybe it feels there's more room, more space, or maybe you're more tired and it's harder. Bring your left hand to your right knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, revolve. Inhale, come back to center and walk your right hand to the bottom of your right foot or to the outside edge of your left leg and twist back the other way. Inhale, come back to center and release your foot. Change sides. Take your left knee with your hands and either cross your left foot over your right knee so your ankle stacks on top of your knee, or your left foot over your right foot so your ankles are crossed. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, start to twist. So first of all, maybe finding the back of the chair with the left hand and then working the right hand up to the left knee as you start to twist away with your left shoulder to behind you. Lengthen through the spine. Exhale. Soften the torso. Let it revolve. Keep your left foot flexed, pressing through your right foot. Inhale back to center. Uncross. Uncross. Open back round to the right. And come back. Uncross your legs. Take your feet wide. Oh, we've lost them. And what you'll find now is a very familiar position. So your knees bent, your feet flexed. Instead of taking your knees to your shoulders, we're folding forwards and you're taking your shoulders to your knees. This is exactly what we just did, but on both sides. Now you can stay here. You can keep your elbows on your knees. The beauty of doing it with the strap on one side at a time is if you have heart conditions or eye conditions, then it's not recommended you take your head any further below, so it's below your heart. Whereas seated, there's not a problem there, is there? So if that isn't you and you want to work towards the front of your shins or down to the outside edge of your feet, you'll find we're in a full version of that half happy baby. Here, just letting your head and neck soften. The whole of your spine pour down between your legs if you're folding forwards. And if you're propped up on your knees, letting everything melt into the support of your legs. Inhale, lifting your head and walking your hands up to your thighs. Exhale, rolling back up. Inhaling, coming all the way up to center. And exhale, release. Reach your legs out away from you. Crossing your ankles or bending your knees, bringing your hands to your body or by your side. Take a few moments to just absorb, to recover, to reset your body and your breath. And begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, reaching out through your legs and perhaps circling your wrists. And as you next inhale, reach out through your arms and stretch your body. As you exhale, slowly find your way to a more upright position, rubbing your palms together. Finding that heat between your hands and then bringing that heat to your face. Eyes, head rests in your hands. Slowly drawing your fingertips away, gently opening your gaze. Sweep your fingers across your eyebrows, across your brows, down to the temples, and then start to tap across the cheeks and down the jaw. And then up and over the scalp. And bringing your thumb and forefinger to the edge of your ears, coming down the ears. Perhaps just pressing the index finger so you can't hear me. And then coming along the back of the bottom of the skull and the back of the neck, finding the either side of the spine and pressing your fingers down to the tops of the shoulders. Coming to the head of the collarbone, head of the arm bones, and tracing the collarbones into the center and out. And next time you come in, come down the sternum, all across the breastplate, tapping the chest. And then tapping the left arm inside and out, and the armpit, the back of the shoulder, and the front of the shoulder, and then the right arm, and the inside, and the palm of the hand, and the outside, and underneath the armpit, and the shoulder, and the front. And then bringing your right hand to your belly, and coming across the top, down the left, under the belly button, and up the right. Gently massaging your digestion, stimulating, soothing. One more time. Bringing both hands round to the back of the waist, back of the hands, tap down either side of the spine, past the kidneys, down to the hips. As you reach the hips, turn your palms in again, tapping around the buttocks, down the outside of the legs, and the front of the legs, and the inside of the legs, and down to the inner foot, and the top of the foot, and the front of the shins, and then the outside of the foot, and up the inside again, and then bring your hands back together, center, bringing your hands onto your body. Take a moment to thank the ancestors, the teachers that came before us, the students that shared their wisdom, that thank each other for our shared practice in this virtual space this afternoon, and most of all, yourself, your body, and your breath. And thank each of you for a beautiful class.